Un, deux, voilà, voilà.
This eruption was just a small warning of the things to come.
Bon,
It was both dream.
voilà, voilà. Autant que nous
If we're
reprenions
talking
là où
about a
c'était.
true culprit, that could only be that thing.
The truth, the original sin, the trial.
Voilà. Je reprends la fin du live. Alors sachez que j'enregistre très rapidement. Ah ouais, effectivement. Ah bah tiens. Tartane Villette. Décidément.
That was way too close! How did that thing just burst into the opera house? Wait, was that the huge whale you saw in your dream?
So we've met it at last. I understand very well why that whale does not belong to Tevat. It is a monster that has traversed this. It has been greedily consuming the energy from the planet's primordial sea, using it to grow. And once it has finished consuming all of the energy contained.
You said that when the Hydro Archon first created Fontanians out of Oceanids.
Precisely. That whale finds the blood of Fontaine. Therefore, when it left the primordial sea, it decided to make its next.
We just barely managed to push it back, right?
That is correct. Indeed, it is more accurate to say that we should thank that Harbinger for buying us some time. From the way he looked, he must have been fighting.
That battle maniac. We've always known that he had a special connection with that whale, but anyway, now that we know that this whale is the actual cause of the disaster recorded in the prophecy.
It is too late. It had already absorbed too much of the primordial sea's energy before we could notice it. Even if the entirety of Tevat were to be destroyed, it could still survive.
That's not. We've already done everything we can, and we even found the true culprit. We've come so far. You can't just tell me.
Indeed, that's not how a grand performance should end.
I'll fight it to the end. No matter what.
So the prophecy will be fulfilled no matter what, huh?
The prophecy. Yes.
Le destin. Tu m'excuseras,
Just
c'est
as
pas franchement le
prophecies
destin.
are usually only the future as seen from the ultimately, fate shall serve as your
What's happening with the oratories?
I believe it is preparing to carry out the death sentence.
Farina!
c'est pas... C'est pas elle qui doit se prendre la peine de mort. Théoriquement, là, c'est dû à la baleine, vu que c'est la baleine la responsable.
You.
Sorry. That shocked expression on your face is just too amusing.
You are not Farina.
Ah, the sweet sound of bewilderment. Marvelous. A sure sign that my attempt to deceive everyone was a resounding success. But to answer your question...
Fosalo. Why did you deceive us?
Oh, that wasn't my goal, of course. Goodness, no. But I had to fool everyone else too, if I was to stand any chance of the heavenly principles.
Deceiving the heavenly principles?
It's all because of that pernicious prophecy. Dreadful, wasn't it? Everyone doomed to dissolve. Fontaine condemned to be flooded. One was not amused. In fact, one was positively bemused when that problem was thrust upon me by my... She knew full well that the prophecy would surely come to pass. And as one of the seven, she also knew full well that one defies the heavenly principles. So yes, as you have no doubt surmised, it was a rather impossible situation that I spent a terribly long time mulling it over, alone on the ocean floor. And I was almost growing barnacles by the time I had to outwit the heavenly principles. Allow the prophecy to be fulfilled. I'm a genius, I know. I can only assume that's why, although, looking back now, it was hardly the inheritance one dreams of. Between the task of saving the nation... But one can only play the hand one is dealt. I did not choose this, any more than I chose to be one of her
Décidément.
Oceanid.
So you were also once one of the Oceanids, transformed into a human by Egeria's hand.
Yes, I was. I always dreamed of becoming human.
D'accord,
And I
enfin il y a
still
tout
do,
qui se démêle.
even now. After becoming a god, I separated my divinity from my body and spirit, leaving behind only a self that was as naive and bewildered as my past self on her first day as a human being. The me you see before you now is that divinity. And the human counterpart I left behind, I named Farina. She could feel joy, sorrow, and everything in between. She could be as vain. Her strengths were of a kind only a human could. But in my eyes, Farina's humanity was what made her perfect. She was perfectly human in every way.
C'est
Anyway,
complètement
so
con,
then
alors
I
pourquoi ils ont
cursed
pas
her.
mis faux alors là?
All part of the plan, of course. The plan to deceive the heavenly principles. Do you still remember the
Il manque
final
encore un
scene of
perso,
the
hein, de
prophecy?
Fontaine.
The Hydra Archon alone, weeping
Il
on
est un
her
personnage
throne.
pas des moindres.
In order that the prophecy might appear fulfilled, I invited Farina to be an actress under the curse I placed on her. So long as I, Fosalor's divinity, continued to exist, she could not die. But nor was she free to live her life in the pursuit of happiness. Instead, she was forced to take the stage in the opera house, to embrace the role of leading lady. I suppose now you probably understand why your court is called the...
But Farina is only human. Even though she has had a long life, her mind is no stronger than that of an... I cannot begin...
It has indeed. And although she is, in a sense, me in human form, I most definitely owe her an apology for it. It's been 500 years, and all along, she's been playing her part in the most unimaginably long, unbearably lonely, and agonizingly painful opera of all time.
Bon, au moins, on a obtenu déjà une bonne partie des infos. Moi, je vais quand même réhabiliter. Enfin, hop là. Me Wicca.
100%.
Je sais que c'est secondaire, mais on va quand même le faire parce que si je dois me battre contre un gros boss, autant me préparer pour faire du damage. Hop. Et voilà. Je suis désolé, Furina, mais bon. Attends, pour une fois, on va laisser. Attends. Oui, hop là. Faire plutôt comme ça. Parce qu'on en est dans l'épisode 11 minutes.
Oh, who permitted you to come onto this stage? Now, all right. It is not my intent to reprimand you. There is no need to state your name. Just be. Oh, do not jest. Can you not feel it? I am Focalor. The eyes of countless Fontanians are upon me.
Au moins, de Villette, il a la partie des réponses.
Dear audience, the performance is experiencing a technical difficulty, but worry not. The gods shall resolve it soon.
Rev the engines! Light up the blazing sun! Incinerate!
Bring it! Letting praise names echo!
Burn it down! Pyroclastic surge!
Je sais, il restait pas grand chose, mais au moins, ça c'est fait.
Hey, what gives? The audience is still watching me, you know. Guards? Wait, where are the guards? Guards!
Wow.
Light up the blazing sun!
On va se déchaîner comme ça, là.
Let the mountain's veins boil!
Get to work!
Sha! Sa!
Light it up! Full throttle!
Voilà. D'accord, on a avancé réellement pas à pas alors qu'on passe notre vie à courir. À travers ces votes, hein. Décidément.
Farina. Huh? Who's that? Who's calling me? Where are you? Be not nervous. Be not afraid. I am before you. Wait a moment. You're mirror me? How? Mirror you, huh? Mirror me. What do you wish to say? The prophecy. What prophecy? Wait. The people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping. Oh. What's going on? I can't seem to remember. Yes, it will. And that is why I've come to you. But doesn't that mean everyone will die? I'm a Fontanian just like them. Oh, don't worry. Magical meetings exist. I will tell you how to save everyone, but
Oh, so there's still hope after all. As for the suffering, well, I will admit that but if the prophecy will come true, I'll also die anyway, right? If there were scales, with all the people of Fontaine on one side, and my pain on the other.
I suppose this would also be the justice that belongs to you.
Huh?
Don't worry, it's nothing. Listen well. Fontaine has just lost its Hydro Archon.
Play as...
That's right. You must begin a never-ending masquerade. If you can keep it up, then I shall have my way of
But how will I do this?
Don't worry. What you must do is not to turn being a human yourself. I'm sure you already know what such an entity would be
Il n'y a
like.
qu'à prendre exemple sur les
Remember,
autres gens
your
qu'elle pourrait avoir
true
rencontrés dans
challenge
d'autres
will
régions. Et en
not
plus de
be
ça, elle est
pursuing
spécialisée dans
divinity.
l'eau.
But
I'm still not sure I understand.
Maintenant, il manque quand même un perso.
So, how long am I
Comme
going
ça,
to
on aurait
have
eu
to
les...
play this
Comme ça,
role?
logiquement, il y aurait eu les
to
deux autres parties qui
accomplish
seraient
this
faites.
mission, you will have to stay on the stage for many, many years. But I promise you, all will.
Trial. Huh.
Ah, mais le procès, il a déjà eu lieu, c'est celui-là. Ah bah du coup ça ok, c'est chaque côté, c'était tout droit, après c'est par la gauche, et ensuite ce sera par la droite. Eh oui, c'est bon, j'ai compris, il faudra qu'on passe par les petites marches pour qu'elle aille gentille. C'est bête ça, ils auraient dû mettre la voyageuse là-bas, hein, le voyageur ou la voyageuse. Hein.
The Maison Cardinalise has announced my accession. But what should I say to most appear like a god? Ahem! Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and welcome to the Opera Epiclé. I'm sure you've all heard about how I have taken on the role. In truth, I know little about becoming a nation's new god, but it will be my honor to guide you all. As the god Focalor, the god of justice, I shall do all within my power. Once again, thank you all for coming. If you should have any questions or this, I thought I might stammer, but thankfully
That's the new Hydro Archon. Is this some kind of joke by the Maison? I would have thought that a being that surpasses humanity.
Hey, did you hear that? She even told us to send her suggestions.
Shouldn't gods be all-powerful? She's being so modest.
If you ask me, perhaps the succession didn't actually happen.
Wait, what's going on? Why is everyone right? Mirmi said that I just calm down, Farina. Think, assertive, with a strong sense of presence. One who can just... Now, I was wondering if some weak puppet were to one day come... Well, it seems that you would all see right.
Ça règle
You
toujours
may
pas le
consider
problème.
my
Hein.
previous act a door gift
Bon,
of
ça
sorts.
explique
I
un petit
thought
peu
it
la
was a
souffrance de
debut
celui-là.
that suited the
Elle
atmosphere.
est contrainte de pouvoir jouer une pièce de théâtre
let us
pour
be
pouvoir faire croire qu'il reste toujours un archon.
So that was just a performance. How could I have forgotten that we were inside an...
Personality. It's quite shocking, to be honest. I suppose it's a better look than...
Ah oui d'accord, ça c'est un genre, ça dissipe directement les soupçons, d'accord.
Our future may yet be bright after all.
It seems I've turned them around. Best follow this flow and... My dear people, whether you acknowledge me or not, whether you trust me or nay, I say to you, keep faith in your ardor for justice. We have heard it said that this nation's sins can no longer... The scales of justice should not weigh heavy in the hands of its God. On one side, may law be the prayer on our lips. May judgment be our worship. Let us light. There is no trouble in this world that just so long as I, the Archon Focalor, stand within the Opera Epiclese. So long as I stand before the
Attends, c'est-à-dire que juste qu'on a récupéré l'humaine qui a été créée par Focalor, il manque Focalor, hein, je maintiens. Il manque un perso de fontaine, je suis désolé les devs, mais il vous manque Focalor. Je suis désolé de mon propre point de vue, il manque ça. Oh, c'est vraiment... Sincèrement désolé, mais il manque un personnage. Il manque un personnage de fontaine. Hein.
Here are today's case reports, as well as a summary of the follow-up for your perusal.
Come now, was I not just at the... Besides, none of these trials were the one that I'm looking forward to the most.
De même que je rajouterais, vous avez un archon, mais quitte à rajouter une perso 4 étoiles, de rendre une version moins forte de Hey.
A magnificent, dramatic and wondrous trial. A
Qui fait
trial
minimum
to
2
end
persos.
all things.
Sur mes héros, ça, ils ont rien oublié. La Fontaine et Inazuma, ils ont oublié des persos. Hein.
And do not take what I said before too seriously.
Parce que soit votre perso 5 étoiles, vous la considérez que c'est une marionnette, c'est pas la vraie, soit sinon vous considérez que c'est la vraie, auquel cas vous la boostez tellement que ça devient une AI pleine puissance. Et là, il manque l'archon Focalor. Hein. Furina elle-même, c'est une marionnette. Il joue malheureusement une pièce pour protéger tout son royaume. Au moins, on voit qu'elle fait son travail d'archon.
You're such a gentle and wise God.
Non mais d'accord, on va devoir faire tous les trucs de... Ouais, mais ça nous donne pas la réponse pour la baleine en pareil. Je suis désolé d'être un peu chiant, mais... Je suis peut-être pas créateur Genshin, mais...
As for the specific parameter...
I see. It's as I thought then. As your god, all manner of signs indicate that the prophet...
well, as I understand it, the
Ah,
Fontaine
si
research...
tu de recherche, ils ont un gros souci. Hein. Au moment où la voyageuse est arrivée, qu'ils ont cherché à recruter, ils se sont quand même pris littéralement une grosse bombe et un boss qui a été activé. Hein. Ah ouais. Ah oui, tout jusqu'au lit. Est-ce qu'il y a eu le temps de réfléchir à une solution?
But it's good to see that everything's getting on track. Maybe this is fine.
C'est dans le quotidien qu'elles s'imaginent qu'ils pourront être sauvés. C'est un peu simple, hein, comme idée. Parce que là, c'est l'équivalent de ce qui est arrivé en Pénaconie. Hein. La Fontaine et Pénaconie sont proches, hein, je suis désolé de le dire, hein, ils sont bien plus liés. Hein. Et même HSR est littéralement lié à l'opéra. Hein. Moi, je vois de plus en plus des liens. Hein. Ils laissent beaucoup trop des traces, hein, les devs. Hein. Des traces beaucoup trop grosses, telles que le ticket dès qu'il est émis et dès qu'il ressort. Au lieu qu'il ressort, nous, on a généralement accès à des cônes de lumière, justement, ou des personnages en HSR. Et ça, j'ai déjà dit plusieurs fois en live.
Lady Farina, we're detecting significant hydrological anomalies near Poisson.
Understood. Keep monitoring. I don't think I let anything... I just... don't know. I feel utterly exhausted.
Briser la boucle, peut-être là on est à l'acte 5, chef. Ah oui, d'accord, elle passe ses journées à chercher la solution contre la baleine géante. J'ai pas dit qu'une solution qui vient de l'extérieur de Fontaine pourrait être bien? Ah, ah oui. D'accord, pour elle, c'est réellement que des actes de pièces de
Lady
théâtre,
Farina,
elle trouve toujours rien.
it's like a dream being able to speak with you. I've heard that the first member of our family who was honored to receive an audience with... Are you crying?
This must be the overflow of hydro from my person. Well, can't quite help
Ah,
being a
j'imagine
god
que
as
tu
dominion
galérais
as
pendant un
waters,
certain nombre de
can I?
cycles. 182 000.
No wonder. No wonder. A manifestation of your power that...
Non, c'est, à mon avis, elle doit beaucoup, beaucoup galérer.
So interminable. Hundreds of years must have passed by now. Perhaps I never imagined. Have I reached my limit? I want to tell someone. I've conducted so many investigations. All I can do is keep heart. I must.
Ah ouais, c'est d'accord, c'est réellement digne. Là, ce qui s'est passé à Fontaine, c'est passé exactement pareil pour Feynon. Il y a même eu un reflet par rapport à Amphoreus. Je pense qu'il doit y avoir des morceaux des trucs de Fontaine qui ont dû transparaître, comme j'ai dit, à travers HSR. Là, les cycles infinis pour Furina, c'est les mêmes que ceux de Klashana.
Share that's impossible. It was fated right from.
But even if your burden doesn't need to be shared, just share it with
A witness. Yes. And if Tevat is, in its entirety, a show on a stage. She's right. I could, but if things don't play out as expected. No, Farina. But what if. Farina, you've worked so hard.
En même temps, jouer une pièce de théâtre à vie, ça doit pas être très agréable.
Such an outrageous thing to do anyway.
Surtout si c'est une vie immortelle, hein. C'est presque pas comme l'Archon qui avait justement Fausse-Alors là qui prend son épée de Damoclès. Ah, c'est bien, c'est qu'ils ont fait des références tout seuls. Quand tu travaillais sur les gens, ce que les Français, à mon avis, étudiaient à une certaine époque, ça c'est pas plus mal. Je pense qu'ils ont dû prendre tout ce qui tournait autour des années 2000.
All you need to do, dear spectator, is to witness.
Ah bah enfin on peut intervenir.
Fine.
Il y a quand même pour moi je vois qu'un seul problème, hein. Faut peut-être la chasser ou la vider de son énergie. En gros,
Farina doesn't know the truth. You've never once let her in.
Yes, it had to be done. To deceive the heavenly principles, she did very well. If she had let her resolve falter even once, it seems that trusting humanity was the right decision.
je sais bien qu'elle n'est pas réellement apparue typiquement dans l'histoire, mais si, même sa brève apparition, Fausse-Alors fait en sorte que ce soit un pion.
Is it not? How would you build on this foundation to...
Ah, good, good. Of course, the Eudex of Fontaine has pinpointed... I'm sure you've long sensed that the Oratrice is no simple machine.
I've always suspected that it had its own consciousness. And Linny did mention that he heard a human... It now seems that that person was you. Hidden...
And then I became one with the Oratrice, taking Fontaine's gnosis with me.
Ouais bah bien, au moins ils ont réussi à le sécuriser.
Alas, your understanding of... In truth, it is no enactor of justice. It is, in fact, a device created to kill. Oh, you have it. And to be more precise, Not only will the oratrice take down the god of justice, I mean, my work over these last 500 years has been to, but really, some have already discovered that only a small fraction, the vast majority had to be.
It was all a part of your plan then? Both.
Indeed. This power, accrued over 5 centuries, could have sustained Fontanians for millennia, had it only been used for that. But only power of this magnitude could hope to destroy the Hydro Archon's divine throne, shaking the rule.
So the oratrice's call for death was for neither Farina nor Focalor, but for the Hydra. The destruction of that divine throne. If I do not...
Returning what's rightfully yours to you. In other words, this was all done to return the authority of the Hydro Archon to the Hydro Dragon of this planet. Oh, what? Get the authority of the ancient dragons shall soon be yours once more. Oh,
all you've done throughout the years is just so you can sacrifice.
I've never quite seen it that way, you know. Even now, I'm quite pleased at how well my Hydro Dragon, Hydro Dragon. I must say, had it been within my rights, I would. Egeria stole the power of the primordial sea, and the heavenly principle stole the power I, for my part, am the god of justice. Speaking of justice, I have always believed that justice. So, if the theft of the primordial seas might, then, leaving matters of procedural right and wrong aside, in other words, existence was Egeria, defying the prophecy and ensuring that at this point, we, Iudex Neuvillette, the highest judge in our land.
So when I was invited to the court of Fontaine to serve as Iudex, at last. In the beginning, I was uninterested in human existence. But these 5 centuries of you are deep things being as they are. Surely you know that I could never declare them.
The hour of my execution is almost here. For the sinner, the curtain call has come. I know I may not sound it, but faced with death, I find myself a little afraid. Perhaps this is one thing both gods and humans have in common.
Alors si c'est pour me raconter que c'est des persos qui sont morts.
I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
Typiquement, on a eu Ting Yun dans HSR qui était morte. Et qu'ils ont fait revenir. Pareil qu'ils ont exterminé tout un monde de Longheiverse. J'ai même prévu ses adieux, et bah décidément.
Judex Nuvelet, hereby declare, people of Fontaine, your sins are forgiven.
Reste le problème de la baleine. Déjà sans ses pouvoirs de dragon, même réduit à minima, ça va. Les crises, mais...
What just happened?
Was that bright light some sort of misdirection?
But since we're all still alive and...
It's time to end this. We must...
Didn't you say just a moment ago that...
I have gained the strength sufficient to deal with it. Through certain... We should seize the opportunity to pursue our quarry. Traveler, now that the oratories... The root of the calamities befalling Fontaine. The beast that enacts the prophecy. Come with me, traveler. The hour of
Ouais, bah j'aurai pas le temps, je ferai ça, ouais. Enfin, faut que je trouve le moyen de la battre assez rapidement. Ok, faut réfléchir, c'est une baleine. Ah oui.
I've already done my best to separate the power of the primordial sea from the wave. Considering the size of the beast, I cannot reach the power
Ah,
source.
tank bien hein, aussi. Hein.
Unless we can find a way to attack it from within. I shall share a part of the ancient dragon's power with you. We shall look for an opening together.
Putain, s'il te plaît, j'ai des Natlaniens, j'ai à peine effleuré quoi.
Show no mercy.
I can feel its sorrow turning into hostility.
Bon, je vais vous laisser là. Hein.